¿Qué tenemos aquí? Tenemos primero que las personas tienen una serie de fascinaciones en la vida, ¿cierto? Pero muchas veces tenemos que, cuando llega el nuevo año, pensamos en entrar a un gimnasio, hacer ejercicios, duplicar mis ingresos, mejorar mis relaciones personales, cambiar de casa, viajar por el mundo. Todas estas cosas ocurren, pero una de las principales situaciones que queremos en la vida es viajar por el mundo, ¿cierto? Así es que aquí vamos a hablar sobre esa resolución. Hello, hello, everybody. How you doing tonight? This is Ken in my usual show, and tonight we have somebody very special, somebody that I appreciate very well. It's a friend of mine that I know for over 2 decades now, and tonight we are to talk about a few topics among others. Yeah. Hey, Paul, how you doing, buddy?
Hi, Ken. Doing great over here in Indonesia. How about you?
I'm doing great. Tell me, what is Indonesia like these days?
Right now it's the rainy season, but still uh, hot. Today's a hot, sunny day, but we get rain every other day. But going well. I like the weather here. No snow, no cold, like in Canada where I'm from.
Yeah.
And Yeah, it's going well. I'm on holiday for the New Year's holiday, Christmas and New Year's holiday.
Oh, that sounds great. I can tell you from my side, because we live in the southwest part of South America. This is the summertime, and even though in our Western culture we celebrate Christmas and New Year's, this is summer. So we have
Okay,
an
nice.
average of 27, 28, 90, 30 degrees. It's very
Okay.
hot every day.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a wonderful weather for us.
Okay. Really. So what is it? So the opposite would be winter. So what's it like in winter there?
Um, so the winter here, it's not much different than, well, have you ever been to Spain? It's kind of like a Spanish weather, though. If I always compare this weather in central Chile, like the south part of Spain, like Andalusia, we have an average of 15 degrees between state seasons, and we have 5 to 0 degree in the winter time, and yes, an average of 25 to 30 degrees in the summertime.
Okay. Okay. So you get snow there? Right.
If you go up to the Andes,
Yeah.
well, you get very snowy, and but Chile is a very narrow country, so to travel from the snow mountain off to the beach, it will take you just a couple of hours.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yes, it's nice.
I have a plan to visit there at some point.
Oh, you should. I kind of been hearing that for a while now, so I'm thinking, when is it gonna happen? When is it Paul ever gonna land into the South America and having his best friend down here?
I'm going to surprise you one day. I'll just be there. I'll just knock on your door.
That'll be great. That'll be great. And speaking of which, Paul,
Yeah.
we know that you have been teaching English for a very long time. Can you please tell us a bit about that?
Okay. I'm from Canada, and
Mhm.
I got the idea to teach English overseas and took a course in Canada. I have a college and university degree, and but then I took a special course to teach English as a second language. I came here in 1998, and I've been teaching English in Indonesia for 25 years.
25 years. That sounds like a very long time. There's no doubt you must be an expert in the field.
I
So,
certainly
um,
I've taught all levels of English, beginner to advanced, TOEFL, IELTS, Cambridge English, business English, all levels of English. And trust me, I love the job. Interesting, getting to help people to get a better job, better life, better future. Take a lot for that to do that, but I'm very, very happy to see the result of that when the students come back and talk to me.
You know, some people suggest that learning English will help you. It will put extra money in your pocket. Just to give you an idea of somebody who doesn't have any education, somebody who works as a waiter, for example, it will make a certain amount of money, but if a waiter speaks English, he might be able to get a job in a five-star hotel, and then he's gonna get an extra money. So, learning to speak English automatically will help you quality of life, let alone the possibility of travel around the world or studying overseas. So, can you please tell us more about what are the benefits of speaking English these days in the world?
Well, what you just said is very true. Even if you're like you learn English and maybe you're a businessman in Chile or whatever you're doing, whatever job, a waiter, as you suggested, when you learn English, it means that you are different than everyone else. It means that you have a different way of thinking. You have better knowledge, but you have like now you are professional because you can speak English. And that makes you different than everyone else in your area, in your future, in your present, and so on. And very likely it will lead to a better job, more money, more success. I mean, I always tell my students that it's very important you learn English because in Indonesia, most people cannot speak English, probably very similar to Chile. And when you graduate from university in Indonesia, everyone speaks Indonesian, but hardly anybody speaks English. And if you can speak English in Indonesia and you graduate from university, well, you are going to be more opportunities will be open to you as opposed to compete. So you're not competing with all the other Indonesian people, Indonesian students. You're now competing on a different level
Exactly.
because international companies and all companies in Indonesia now realize how important English is to their future. And so people that can speak English, of course, get the benefit of the job first.
Absolutely. I'm 100% with you. Hey, Mr. Paul, I have a suggestion for you. Yeah, because in Chile we have a very good communication. Like the internet connection in our country is just as good as the one you have in Indonesia. So I was thinking, since you are an English teacher, will there be a possibility that for you from your place back in Indonesia that you can teach Chilean students English online over here?
For me, I mean, I am uh, very dedicated to helping people learn English, especially students. And for me, it's uh, however I can accomplish that, I will do that. So I'm willing to spend some of my time to help Chilean students learn English. Sure.
That will be very well appreciated. You know, in this country, young students begin to see how important learning languages is. So I think if we could arrange some English lessons, maybe once or twice a month with you, it will be very beneficial for Chilean students. If we did that, can you tell us a bit about how could it be?
Learning English is everybody thinks learning English is really hard. Too hard. I can't do it. There's no way. Blah blah blah. But it's not. It's really what you have to have a goal. What's your goal? What's your goal to learn English? Why are you learning English? So that's the key thing for students to have. What's the goal? For me, you don't need to learn all the English that English teachers teach you in Chile, Indonesia, wherever. You need to learn the important parts of English to be able to speak effectively. Okay. And then you just have to practice. And you have to have someone, this is the most important thing. You have to have someone to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. And that is important. Error, what I call error correction. So that this is very important stuff. So I think that teaching, making something that is interesting, challenging, and fun. That's what you want to do. So that is the way to make you learn anything. The most effective way is that way. So if you ask students, what's your favorite subject? And they will say maybe it's math, it's history, it's geography, it's science, whatever it is. And you ask them, why is that your favorite subject? And they'll say like this, more often than not, it's the teacher. The teacher, it's the teacher. The teacher cares. The teacher is interesting. The teacher is fun. The teacher is, I like the class. So whatever that class is, you can ask any student, that very likely is the answer is the teacher. It could be, oh, that's my future job, could be, but very likely it's the teacher. So teachers are like, teaching is a talent given from God, in my opinion. Yeah. You can learn to be a teacher, but the passion, the the emotion of learning English, that is a talent from God. And I'm believe in God. So and I think part of being a teacher and having that talent is you have to give that. You should help people wherever you can. So for me, I'm in Indonesia. Yeah, I'm helping Indonesian students all the time. But yeah, I like to. I mean, I respect you, Ken, as a very important friend of mine, and whatever I can do to help the people sure, I'll do that.
Well, Mr. Paul, let me tell you this. I am part of the community of parents that do homeschool system,
Okay.
and they have the children that they really are willing to learn. So I think if I told to them, they would be happy to join your lesson. Now we're gonna have a few meetings about it, and I'm sure we can work something out. Paul, I'm very thankful for your offer and I'm very thankful for your time and your friendship. It has been for over 2 decades, and I'm sure it will be for another 3 or 4 decades more. So thank you very much for your time, and I'm sure we're gonna talk about this very, very soon. Okay?
Okay. Well, let me know and we can discuss the details. I think we have to have a meeting to discuss the details
Uh-huh.
about that. Maybe the parents want to meet me. I don't know, but like I said, it's a team effort. So I mean, I don't speak Spanish. Just to let you know, I don't speak Spanish. So I can speak Indonesian, but I can't speak Spanish. So if you have some Indonesian speakers there, that'll be okay. But just joking. But uh, if you'd have to be there and to translate and so on, so it'd have to be like a team effort.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think if we can work together, I'm sure we can pull this off.
Okay. Okay. Great.
Okay, buddy. Thank you very much for your time, and I'll be seeing
Okay.
you very soon. Okay?
Okay, bro. See you later. Huh?
Take it easy.